Welcome all to the Multicultural Misfits podcast. This is your host, Audio AB. I have my amazing co-host at the head, Mr.
Jordan.
I have my other wonderful co-host,
Omar.
Mr. Omar. So what do you guys think of those places where you fucking like, you take they bring you like the raw meat and shit, and then it's like already marinated in some cases, and there's like a hot grill, and it's like inside of the table, and you cook that shit yourself.
Waste of time. No,
Waste of time.
I think it's a fun experience,
Yeah,
especially on
fun,
a date.
man.
it's not for me.
It's not for you.
It's not for me.
Are you afraid of like your ability to cook these meats, or you're just like, this isn't my
Yeah,
job?
are you
I don't
man
feel like
enough?
doing this.
Are you
man
man
enough
enough
to grill that meat?
Are you
Fucking
man enough
man.
to grill these meats in front of this woman?
It's not
Get down
that.
and
It's
dirty
just-
with these meats.
It's just, I just like the food to come out ready.
So it's
like-
not like you don't want to cook this. Like you want to go to a restaurant and just go eat.
That's it. If I want to cook, I'll just stay at home.
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna do, bro.
You
don't-
know
you
about
don't
frozen
wanna be-
yogurt places where you pour your own shit, stuff like that.
Frozen yogurt.
Yeah, no one gets that.
I don't go there.
She just said, I ain't no fairy. I ain't need no frozen yogurt.
Ain't no fairy, no sissy.
I ain't no fairy shit.
Now, if I'm on a date, like for real, like I would not want to do that shit. I'm like, bro, hell no.
I like it. What about you?
Froyo? I like Froyo.
No, like the hot pot place. But I also
call
like
me a
fairy.
fairy?
What, you gonna call me a fairy or something?
Yo, I fucking fucks with froyo. You
What's
know
your favorite
what
color? Pink. Fucking nerd.
You said, do I like those places?
Yeah, you like those?
Yeah,
like
I
that?
enjoy that, man.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of pressure, right? Because you're fucking like, you have the meats and you're trying to like
You gotta
time it.
multitask.
Yeah, I'm trying to time it.
For
And you're
sure
trying
you
to
do,
like,
yeah.
you're trying to talk to the girl you're with, and you're trying to time the meats, make sure they don't burn. But you're also trying to look cool while you do it. I mean, it's fucking difficult.
And
man.
it's a lot of weird. Some of those items on that plate are a little strange looking. You don't know what everything is, but you're like, I know it's food. I know it's edible. They gave
For
it to me.
real.
This is a trip.
And the thing is, I would say one thing I don't like about it is it gets really hot around it.
Yeah.
So your face is just sweating. You're sweating the entire time.
That's a good point.
Basically.
And they don't give you any instructions.
If you
Or
ask
do they?
them, they
Yeah,
kind
they
of
do.
do. But
Yeah, they tell you like, especially for the more tender meats, they'll be like 45 seconds each side. That's it. And if you burn it, it's up to your dumbass.
that's up to you.
Yeah, I feel like they say that for everything.
What
if
if
you burn
someone-
it, it's your fault.
What if someone's like,
It's your
I
fault.
burnt every single one. Can I get more? Like, I
I
did
get
a terrible
more?
job on all of them. I went to one of those places where it was like that, like a center kind of a stove looking thing, but it was a hot pot sort of thing. So like, it was a bowl of broth.
Yeah.
And it was cut in half, and one of them was like red and spicy, and the other one was like a more buttery, I guess, kind.
That's cool.
And they gave like a bunch of meats and things like that, but also like veggies and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the crazy, some of those mushrooms and shit. Like I didn't know what the fuck it was, but it was like how you said, where it was difficult to cook because you would put shit in there,
Yeah.
and these things cook at different paces.
Yeah,
Yes.
depending on what it is.
And it's under in the liquid, so like you got to pull it out and like, what the fuck was it? Wait a minute.
This is running.
What do we put in there? Do we put the string things in there? When did we do that?
Especially, I feel like it's probably even trickier with the one that you're talking about, like a hot pot. Because what if you put something in there and you forget it's in there? And
Exactly.
Then, and then
It's been at the bottom the whole
cooking. It's just sitting at the bottom cooking.
Shit just explodes.
That's so much work, bro.
It
I
is.
just want my food ready.
But it's a fun experience.
I think it's a fun experience.
I'm
man.
into it.
I feel like as a group, it's probably hella cool.
You guys-
But like
you-
on a one-on-one date, nah.
You
It's
know
like going to
what's-
Benihana.
Go solo.
Yeah,
that'd be
I
even
hate
crazy.
Benihana's good as a group though.
I've never been to Benihana's. I've
It's
never
fucking-
been to one
you
of
ain't
those
missing much.
hibachis.
It's cool, man.
You ain't missing
It's
much.
really fucking cool.
You got an egg tossed?
Yeah, you
Egg
get,
tossed in your mouth?
they toss your salad.
salad.
But no, Benihana's really fucking cool, man. You guys should check it
It's
out.
cool one time, and then after that, I'm like, all right, I got the gist.
I agree with you that it's cool one time, but the food is good every time.
So what was it? What was it like? You sit down at that thing, and it's like a whole thing.
And
it's
then
like a
the
whole
chef
event,
pops
but-
up. I mean, it's supposed to be Japanese, but 9 out of 10 times they're Mexican. They,
Yeah.
they come over, and then they fucking like they get to know. They ask your names, and then like they ask how you're doing, and they kind of put on like a show. You know what I mean? Like they cook everything, and they cook it like literally, it's right in front of you. And
But so like, what are they doing? They're flipping the rice.
they're flipping the rice. They're fucking cracking the eggs.
They're
They're
putting
fucking
smoke
cooking
in the
shrimp.
onions.
They
It's a little
put
train.
they're cutting up onions in front of you, and they put them on like make them like a little onion volcano. And then they put like oil in the middle of the onion, so the smoke goes right out of the fucking onion.
Yeah.
They
kinda
fucking
cool.
toss the shrimp in their pocket. They fucking toss the
You go,
shrimp in
"Oh."
the air.
They
can
toss the egg in the
Oh,
hat.
literally in their
Yeah.
pocket?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they'll toss like the food into your plate and shit, some shit like that.
How do you feel about that? You get some food tossed into you? Have you got food tossed into your mouth?
I would never. I don't want a grown man
Would you
tossing anything into my mouth.
Would you accept that offer if he
No.
said, it's your birthday? Get ready. Open wide, birthday boy.
Open wide, birthday bitch.
Imagine you're there with your girl, and the guy's like, yo, let me toss this shrimp. in your girl mouth.
Oh my God!
I'd be
God
like,
forbid he's handsome.
Bro, we're fighting. We're fighting.
We're fighting.
We're leaving now.
I'm fighting his smelly ass.
We've been cooking hibachi for 8 hours today.
Bro, you must be smelling horrible after that. All the fucking
true.
oil must coat your face and shit. Like
All that heat, just
Yeah, man.
right in front. You sweating your
when
ass off.
I used to like work in the kitchen, and I would help with the grill, and when I would help with the grill, I'd have to also be like running to the back to get more shit to reload. We had the grill, so at the grill we would have stuff like steaks and seafood and crab cakes and shit, right? But we would keep all of that in the back because near the grill we only have like a little fridge. So whenever we need to like reload on crab cakes or something, I have to run back to like the freezer/fridge area and grab it and bring it back to the front. But with the crab cakes, specifically the crab cakes, you had to grab them bitches, you had to put them in the oven for like a minute and then bring them out and then put them in the fridge in the front for some reason because they were frozen. Right?
Oh, okay.
So I was doing this, and like as you're just going through the kitchen, everything's slippery. Just know that. Even with the non-slip shoes, everything's fucking slippery. It's hot as fuck in the kitchen because there's, at least the kitchen I worked in, it was like a cafeteria type restaurant. So they're making hundreds of different things.
Yeah.
Like, this guy's making cream spinach. This guy's making fucking cream corn. This guy's making fucking fried chicken. This guy's making I don't know, baked chicken. This guy's making
Corn nuggets.
Yeah, corn nuggets. Some random
It's gotta
shit.
be hectic at one of those type of places.
It's too fucking much. There's too much going on. It's hot as fuck. There's grills open. There's grills and there's fucking like big ass industrial ovens open in the back everywhere.
Oh my
So
God.
there's heat just fucking flying out at you. Like people are burning their hands and shit, fucking running
Oh my
around.
It's
It's
like
fucking,
a war.
it's too much, bro. And I remember like grabbing the crab cakes from the oven and like the fucking heat from the oven blasting my face, and my face is all greasy and shit.
I
would go-
pores are open. That's how you get acne, dude.
Yeah, dude. I'd
This
go
is a
home
recipe
fucking
for-
greasy faced. I'd be like, oh fuck, I can't.
Smelling like food.
I
used to work
fucking
in a
hate it
restaurant.
here.
And
hate
then,
it there.
dude, some of those people who had been working in the restaurant field for a while, like I used to serve, and those plates would be hot, and those people have skin of fucking rock.
Yeah.
Like those guys are tough.
They burned
I
their
don't know,
fingerprints
man.
off or something.
Yeah, built for tough. Like they'd be holding really hot shit, and they wouldn't be tripping about it at all.
Dog, my mom used to work in like she used to work at a restaurant, and like she's used to holding like hot plates. So every time I microwave a plate like too hot in the microwave, she's like, let me do it. And she'll just grab it barehanded. I'm like, what is wrong with you?
What is
That's crazy.
Like, you don't have to do that.
Superhero. You don't have to do this. Yeah,
That's insane.
fucking superhero.
I don't know how people can do that. Can work in restaurants for that long. It's just such a brutal like.
It's a grind.
It's
Yeah,
a
dude.
grind, man.
Yeah, and yeah, those places are like notorious for working the shit out of their like chefs and
Yeah.
their employees. And
Hell
shit.
yeah. Like, all right, so with this place, I used to help do payroll at first before I worked on the grill. I was helping do payroll, and I did that for like a few months. When I was doing that, I got to see how much people make. The chefs make pretty good bank, right? They make more than like 60, 70K. But they work literally 6 or 7 days a week.
Oh, fuck that.
Most of the time, it's 7 days a week.
Yeah, fuck
Every
that.
day, these guys will work, and the hours they work, bro, open and close.
Yeah, fuck that.
Which is what, like 12 hours?
Maybe longer. So like the
That's
day,
crazy.
technically the restaurant would open at 10 a.m. and then close at 10 p.m. Right? But these guys have to get there
that.
earlier to prep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they'd probably get there at like 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. and then leave probably like 11, 12 at night.
Yeah,
That's
fuck
crazy,
that.
bro. That is crazy.
Yep.
You're
See
working
your
like
family.
fucking 80, 90, 100-hour weeks.
Yep.
That's not
Where are your kids?
Right? It's like, how do these guys have time for
those
fucking
type of people
like,
that working their ass off and like just fucking paying the bills and
Yeah.
shit. But you like those are the parents you never see,
Yeah, yeah.
which is unfortunate, man.
That's true.
That's capitalism.
just spending your entire life at work
Yeah,
in a fucking restaurant?
For my kid to go to college.
yeah, that's ass, dude. Yeah, I knew two people who both went to culinary school, and they had one of them had a job like at PF Chang's or something like that. And he said like he had to quit after like a year or two because and they spent a lot of money, like tens of thousands of dollars on that education.
That's fucked.
And they were like, we just can't do it, man. Like they want you to work every holiday, like you and you have to do what they say,
Yeah.
or they will not hire you.
Yep.
It's
like-
just, you get burned out, man.
Yeah, every chef knows it. Everyone knows the deal. Like you got to work under these guys' circumstances.
Like-
you got to work really long hours.
I think to be a chef, you must really want to fucking do it. Like,
Yeah,
it's
you
one of
gotta
those
love
careers that's like, you can't be half in, half out. Like, if you want to be like a professional chef, I think you really have to you have to put in the hours. There's not really a choice around it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is insane because it's just so many fucking hours worked.
Yeah, because there are some jobs where you can go and you can just BS. And like, I'm just here for a paycheck.
Oh,
That's a job where
absolutely.
like you got to like this, or
It's
you're
like
gonna hate it very
90%,
quickly.
90% of jobs you can do
Yeah,
that.
Yeah,
there just
true.
needs to be a living human here doing this.
Yeah.
Is all it is. But it's not a real job.
I also think that like being a chef has a grind phase where you're not working in like a good restaurant, like you're working in a shitty
Oh,
place.
hell yeah.
Oh,
And you're getting
yeah.
do keep paying.
And then even when you get to work at a good restaurant, you're doing the cooking shit, right? But then you also have to do manager shit.
Yeah.
Like you have to manage people too, right? And you have to think about like creating new menu items. You have to think about like how much those will cost. Like
exactly.
you become like a businessman instead of just like a chef like you were at the beginning.
Yeah. And the turnaround has to be high for those like smaller level kitchen workers.
I think so.
I think it's really high. Especially for those, not like the sous chefs. Like those guys are pretty high.
Yeah,
up.
those guys like
you're
they
talking
want
about like
their-
people who are like food runners and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, because there's other people aside from like the top guys and even like the second, third, fourth top guys. Like there's still other people that are helping them out, you know?
And then you have to think like some of those restaurants, they fail. Like the
That's
restaurants
ass,
like
too.
fail, so those guys are just like, damn, I don't have a job now. So what do I do?
That'd be terrible.
I can't go to McDonald's now.
all right,
Yeah, fuck that.
I
I'm
went
not
to
gonna
Cordon Bleu.
if you were if you were to start a restaurant
work the grill at McDonald's.
that you think is not going to fail, which restaurant do you start?
Chicken.
Like what type?
I'm selling chicken.
This man says chicken. Give me more.
Dude, you said like a like. Do I need to have like a place that
Like a brick,
resembles mine?
no. Let it be your own. And it can be anything. It can be a food cart. It can be like a brick and mortar type shop. It can be a fucking just delivery. I don't know. Whatever you want.
It'll be sandwiches.
Sandwiches.
Sandwiches are just easy. Like it's just very easy to do. Like chicken sandwiches, like maybe a little beef, vegan sandwiches for all the vegan people out there that don't want no meat. But fuck y'all, it's still on the same grill. And then it'll be open. It'll be open real late, so the vegan people can come through. And
You know,
then,
that's one thing
that's missing in the vegan community.
doesn't really exist. Not even just the vegan community, in any community, like sandwiches. I mean, Jimmy John's, but who the fuck really goes to
No.
Jimmy
Not,
John's?
I
lot
mean,
of
not
sandwich
those type of
places,
sandwiches.
man.
Fuck Jimmy John's anyway.
And like Subway, but like aside from that, there's no sandwich places. You
Potbelly.
can't just go get like a to-go but yeah,
Potbelly.
Potbelly.
There's a lot
Quiznos.
of sandwich
But
places.
that's like more expensive. I'm talking about like a $6-7 sandwich.
Subway.
Subway, but that's it.
Subway
I mean,
do
they
be
don't-
open late,
Because
You know what I mean?
It's cheap.
and it's just one dude.
Yeah, it's just one dude.
You could rob a Subway if you wanted to.
There used to be Quiznos.
What you gonna get though? Cookies, cookies and chips on Vicky's. Some on Vicky's and some macadamia. Cookies.
Ain't no way Subway's bringing that much money.
Hell yeah.
I never thought of it like that. What you gonna get?
Yeah, you're right though. You could easily finesse a fucking Subway.
You could take hella lettuce.
when she turns around to grab the bread, you just snag like eight little bags.
That
of
is
chips.
true. If I go in there with a duffel bag, I can have all those bags of chips.
And you know they don't care enough. I'll reach
don't.
over and I'll grab some shit. They won't stop me.
Give me that ball semi.
Grab the 6-month-old cookies.
Hey, them shits go hard though.
They do, yes, they do. I feel like if I was to make a place, I've always wanted to make like a real nice like cafe type of like where you could play like board games and like pool and shit.
No,
I said
Like,
food.
One of those tapioca spots. Well, yo, you got food. You
I didn't
got.
say a coffee shop.
Think of it like a Kim's Tea House. That's
No.
all right. Food. Okay.
Food is the focus
Let's
here.
see. Mac and cheese.
I didn't ask you about a
I
cafe.
said food.
I said food.
What
This
is
ain't
this?
not no snacks.
What is this, France? Come on now, man.
Oh, we got croissants.
We have
got,
croissants, boulangerie.
Oh shit.
a pasta place.
Oh,
Bunch
that'd
of
be
different
fire.
pastas.
Like a
All right.
Chipotle, but for pasta.
Yeah, but oh, that's a great idea. Different types of pastas.
Yeah, like
you choose your pasta. That's a fantastic.
choose your
This
pasta.
part is getting censored out.
Your certain
Yeah.
type of oils, like the toppings. That's a great.
You can do like a red sauce. You can do a white sauce. You can do a carbonara. You can do
Are
a
you kidding me?
fettuccine sauce.
It's a
Nah,
great
okay.
idea.
So many things just
I
popped
mean, not
into my
fettuccine,
head.
Alfredo.
Bro, all the different pasta choices.
How do
You know
we
much
keep the
people
pasta
love
warm?
that?
Dude, there's bucatini,
Like how Chipotle
rigatoni,
does it.
fettuccine, linguine,
The penne. We got
Penne.
the tortellini. We got the
tortellini. I can name more.
We got gnocchi,
gnocchi.
fettuccine. You said that.
I said fettuccine. I don't remember.
angel hair.
Angel
Angel
hair.
hair.
Angel hair.
I got 9. How many more can we? I don't know.
No, that's good enough.
We got curly. We got.
Yeah, just imagine. Cause it's easy to boil them bitches. So just have it already boiled. All you gotta do is someone comes in.
In a little pan.
Yeah,
Sitting in
like
a
you know,
little
Chipotle
pan.
Everybody-
has it,
everybody
like in
gets
that
served in a
sitting
pan.
some water and some hot water.
Yeah, the tortillas.
Yeah,
No, the food, the
yeah,
food,
like,
yeah.
like the rice and shit.
Sometimes it be cold though.
It does sometimes, yeah.
But no, I'm saying what they do at this place is like everybody gets served in a pan. So like you have a hot pan, right?
Yeah.
Like, or it doesn't have to start out hot. Actually, let's keep it hot. And like the whole along the line is just a long like electric burner, and the pan is hot, and they put like a little bit of olive oil, and they put your pasta in there, and they put your sauce, and then they're like, you want the pepper, and then they fucking season it and shit for you as they go
Damn,
along.
that's a good ass idea.
And they add in stuff, and then by the end, it's already like sizzling and it's hot.
So how you think? You think Chipotle like they're doing this as they're walking down the little line?
Yeah.
Yeah, or they pass it on to the other person.
You can pick your meats. You can pick your sauce.
Sounds fantastic.
That sounds like a great idea.
You just and then you put the pan in like a dish. You got a dishwasher.
Yeah.
He puts them right in the front, and you just over and over.
Yep.
That's
Just make it-
fire.
That's got to be so easy to make. It's just fucking pasta.
Yep.
That's fire.
Like the whole. You ever cook pasta?
It's really easy.
You basically just let it sit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
You basically
insanely
just keep
easy.
throwing things in there and letting it sit the
Yeah.
whole time.
Yeah, you don't have to do anything.
That's all it is. You just got. It's all the order of how you put it in. That's all it is.
Yeah.
So that things don't cook faster than other
Damn,
things.
that's
and
good.
That's kind of it.
Yeah,
Get some-
man.
some
and have
chicken.
people hand make the pasta each day.
Some sausage.
Some garlic bread. You
Some
got,
gabagool.
like free
Gabagool.
garlic breads, like they do at Panera Bread. and
Maybe
shit.
not free garlic bread.
Yeah, not free. Come on. What the fuck
We gotta
is
get
this
our
shit?
money somewhere.
What else? Like a fucking charity?
Yeah.
The
Come on,
fuck you
man.
think
Is
is going
Russia?
on?
Come on, we don't give shit for free.
25 cents a piece of garlic bread.
Hey, that's not bad.
That's not bad. You want to add a garlic bread to your order at the very end of it?
Order 25 cents. We have brownies for $5.
Oh my gosh. Oh, those places.
Why you eating a brownie with fucking?
I'm the type of
$5.
dumbass to get the brownies too. Like at halal guys and shit like that.
For people like Omar, we get the brownie.
That's different though.
You ever go to like a place where you're like, why y'all got brownies and cookies
Yeah,
here? Like
all the
halal
time.
guys and like shit like that. You're
Halal
like,
guys brownies go hard.
or like a pho place. You're
Bro,
like, what are you guys
Freebirds brownies
doing around here?
Freebirds brownies go crazy.
Yes, they do.
Them
Yeah,
hoes are crazy.
Or like
Yeah.
fucking salada. Like I went to Salada to get myself some salads for myself and my parents.
There should not be a
And then-
brownie in
right
there.
at the fucking at a salad place. At the very end of the line too. It's like right when you're checking out. There's like a big thing of cookies. I was like, I
wanna
grabbed
ruin
it,
your-
and I was like, nah, I'm about to eat a salad. Let me not fucking.
That's so disrespectful.
I can't go buy a salad, bro.
All right.
I can't go to one of those salad
Controversial thing.
places.
Best store bought cookie. What do you think?
Store bought cookie.
What's the best? Like store bought already comes in a package. You don't have to cook anything. I mean, bake anything.
Oreos.
No, Gio.
Oreos.
Oreos. An Oreo dry with no milk?
Sweet baby, no.
Oreos.
That is
yes.
hard to
Sweet
take
baby
down,
boy,
bro.
no.
Oreos.
An Oreo
It's
hurts
Oreos.
taken down with
All right,
no
what
milk.
about
Double
you?
stuff.
I would say
Ugh.
Golden Oreo.
The stuffing is the worst.
I love it. Nom, 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 nom,
I feel like I don't even know you.
I don't even know you.
nom, nom,
anymore.
nom.
All right, Omar.
I'm a big cookie guy. I got 3 of them up there.
Okay, you're
my
getting through.
But I got the Chunky Chips Ahoy.
Oh,
I got
solid.
a Famous Amos. You don't see those two.
I was
often.
about to put that up. That's my
Famous
number one.
Amos are so
Yeah, Famous Amos.
That was hard.
and then you know those. I think they're called Toll House cookies or something. They
Boo.
come in like a little like
With the little elf on them.
no. It's like a little like square looking like
it's a little house.
yeah like a package looking thing, and it's wrapped up at the top. Oh my god,
Milano?
Pepperidge Farms.
Milanos.
Milanos are good.
Yes.
You know what? That's a
Milanos.
great 3.
Yeah.
You know what? I rebuke my Oreos. I will
Milanos?
side with that 3.
Okay, thanks.
Famous Amos.
I'll take it.
I'm
The
just gonna give.
Milanos.
I just gotta give them number
Milanos
one.
are so many good
The
flavors.
Milanos go so
mint
hard.
mint
bro.
Milanos.
Ooh.
Fire.
Never had
How do you
mint.
guys feel about mint chocolate? You guys
Not for me.
Not for you? You
Not
think it's
for me.
toothpaste?
It depends.
It tastes
I'm gonna
weird.
say it depends.
On what? Like on the
Sometimes
on the-
some cookies is good and some it's not.
what's an example of one that's not good? If you can think of one up top.
So Oreo had these like Oreo mint ones. Those weren't good.
I feel like this is an
Really?
anti-Oreo podcast.
I
I
actually-
like Thin Mints.
I would have thought Oreo mints would be pretty good, but I've never tried them.
They're okay. I like Thin Mints more.
I
I'm gonna
actually
stand up for Oreo in this podcast. Goddamn
I like
it.
Oreos. Oreos are good, but Famous Amos.
Now, favorite.
spit
I just
on
forgot. I
Oreos.
just forgot.
Yeah,
That's
you've-
because I only buy Famous Amos in like vending machines.
because they don't sell it. I mean, I guess they do sell them at stores, but like
sell them
you-
in stores.
you
They're at
never
the
ever
they're at
seen
the
them?
very fucking top shelf, and they're like
Yeah.
tucked away.
Yeah,
Yeah, you got to ask.
It's a
somebody about
VIP
them.
section.
And yeah, they're like
It's behind the velvet
They're
rope.
not for the public.
they
You
have the
gotta-
nicest packaging. They're like in a nice fucking box. And they're
Milano.
no, Famous Amos. And
What?
if you notice, yeah, Famous Amos is in a box.
Looks like a little circus.
Yeah,
Hey, they do come in a box. Yeah,
I never seen them in the box.
Famous Amos. Yeah,
I mean,
it's always in a box.
They come in little tiny bags too. But
I only
like-
see the bag.
but, like,
but you never see a big bag.
the primary package is
That's
it's,
true.
it's always a box, right?
It's like a
not
Cheez-Its box, where like box and then the bag
It's
inside.
it's very elegant, and the artwork has never changed. It's the cookie. That's why I think it's so successful. It's never changed.
and it's made by a black man
Yeah,
Is it
named Amos.
Wally Amos?
really?
Yes, he was on The Office.
He's on the
You're
back of
fucking
the
lying.
He's
He
on
was
the
on
back
The
of the
Office.
box.
He is on the back of the box.
I don't look at the back of the box when I'm buying
on.
cookies.
Omar's like, you think I make my way to the back of the
Right?
I'm
He
not
box?
just
reading
fucking
this thing.
tears it open and finishes
Yeah,
the bag.
I'm not even looking at the nutrition
Looking-
facts.
I eat the box whole.
He eats in the dark.
I don't. I don't want to know what this is. I just want to know it's Famous.
I just
Amos.
want it inside of
I
me.
just want it inside of me. I
I
don't. wanna-
don't. I don't care if a black man made it. I just want it inside of me.
I don't give
I
a
just get
fuck
in
who
me.
made it. I don't care what's in it. It could be poison in this thing. I'll find out
Oh,
later.
man.
Nah, that was great. That was a great 3.
Yeah, thank you.
Isn't it
I'm
funny-
a big cookie guy, so I
Isn't-
take pride in it.
It's interesting that you just mentioned that. There's so many things we fucking eat that we don't even know what's in. You know what I mean? Like we were just talking
yeah.
about this earlier. I was saying that like Diet Coke and Diet Pepsi, like some of the stuff they put in there is very questionable. Like for the
Yeah.
longest time, one of the main ingredients in Diet Coke was aspartame. Aspartame has been found in so many fucking studies to cause cancer. Like legitimately, no doubt. Like it causes cancer in rats.
That's wild.
Like
and that's like a lot
100%.
of processed sugar, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like a lot of, artificial
It's
sugar.
all pretty much, yeah. A lot of companies have stopped using it. Some still use it though.
Sheesh.
That's wild.
Yeah, I mean, you read the ingredient list sometimes, and like you just see like a giant word.
It's
and
like a
you're
science class.
Yeah, like Z's and like V's in there, and you're like, bro, this is not.
I would pay money
I
for
shouldn't be
somebody
taking-
to read like the back of a Cheetos bag
Oh my god.
because I don't even know how you make a Cheeto. Like, what is the chip?
So at one time, I talked to a dietitian, and she told me that like a good rule of thumb to know if you're eating something healthy is if you read like the ingredients and you can pronounce everything and you like know what it is, then it's probably good. And if you can't, don't eat it.
That's like
fucking
10% of things that we'll know what's.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Like 90% of things, you're gonna find at least 5 things
But
on that list.
it depends where you're shopping. If you're going to Walmart,
True.
then yeah. If you're going to Whole Foods, you're gonna have a lot of stuff that's just like sugar, beets, banana,
Yeah,
carrot,
water
apple, water, and that'll be it.
The world's a crazy place.
or
huh?
Sprouts.
Yeah,
Gang, we was Sprouts over here.
Sprouts
Fuck
is
Whole
hard to
Foods. We was Sprouts over here.
Yeah, Whole
Sprouts
Foods is
is-
expensive.
Whole Foods.
Sprouts is the shit.
Sprouts is cheap, and so is Trader Joe's. Surprisingly, Trader Joe's is actually pretty.
I don't
good.
like Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's is pretty cheap.
They don't go to black people. They don't fuck with black people.
Wait, they don't?
No, they don't go to black centric locations.
Yeah. So, Sprouts.
Do they
is
really
right there
not?
off West Time.
Sprouts doesn't either.
Yeah,
So
Sprouts is-
they're all terrible.
But West Timers, that's kinda.
Nah.
Nah, not really.
Nah.
Not
Do
really.
any of them go to black centric locations?
That's what I just said. None of them do.
Yeah, come on.
That's why I was like, whatever.
That's what I was about to say. Isn't that kind of fucked up? Like, you
It
ever
is.
see like the
It-
people that like you ever see a parking lot at one of those Whole Foods or like something like that? Like all nice cars,
Bro,
it's
they
all
look
expensive
insane.
food, and then you go to a Walmart and it's so different. Like,
It's
I
like
live in an
mayhem.
area where like it's not a bad area or anything, but
It
it's
is a
not-
bad area.
It's it's kind of a bad area.
It's terrible.
I actually saw some pretty crazy things yesterday. Saw some helicopters looking for people and shit. It was like 30 cop cars outside of my neighborhood, near my neighborhood. But I work in an area that's really nice, and you see like all the cars in that area, and you see all the houses and all that shit, and like it's so different.
Yeah.
It's nuts. It's nuts. It's nuts to think that like these people are just disposed like that. Like they don't really have a choice unless they want to drop some big money. Like this is just how you got to eat.
What's crazy is like where like a Whole Foods is, because in that shopping center it's like a Whole Foods and a Chipotle. So I'm not Chipotle, Torchy's. So every time I go to like, I've been at Torchy's a lot. I'm like, where have all these people come from? Because I've lived here for so long, and y'all don't be around here.
They're the wealthy people in those little cracks, like in between the bad neighborhoods.
Like behind Whole Foods, I think is like River Oaks. Is it River Oaks area?
Yes. Yeah, that's the
No,
River Oaks area.
no. It's that Whole Foods that you're talking about. That's like West Chase.
Oh, okay, never mind. Further down.
Wait, you're talking about like West
behind
Timer?
PF Chang's is the River Oaks area.
Like
Royal Oaks.
Royal
River
Royal
Oaks is Central Houston.
That's where James Harden lives.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
James Harden lives in Royal Oaks.
Royal Oaks is further down, right?
Yeah.
The River Oaks is the one.
Whenever you see
It's
PF
in
Chang's,
the
think James Harden.
Think James Harden.
You guys know what a food desert is?
Nah.
Like where you can't find healthy food anywhere, right?
Pretty much that, and also where you can't find any food.
Mm.
So like, there's places.
Only like grocery
Ooh,
stores.
yeah,
there's
yeah.
places in the U.S. where they don't have like the closest grocery store is like 100 miles away or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
So what do you have? Like just gas stations?
Yeah, there's gas stations.
But they choose for it to be that
bodegas.
way.
Yeah, so like what happens is like the big companies like Walmart and shit, they do like studies and shit, and they figure out like it would cost us too much to build a store out here,
Yeah.
and we wouldn't have enough sales and shit like that. So we're just not gonna do it.
Because the people that live there, they don't like count on a Walmart. They
Yeah.
get their own food.
And Walmarts are giant, so to keep a Walmart operating,
Exactly.
like,
But then what
it's
happens
gotta
is
cost a lot.
as more people are born and younger generations are made, these people don't want to fucking farm. You know what
No,
I
they
mean?
still do.
No, it's pretty rampant in America. There's a lot of these like food deserts where people can't find shit to eat.
But what do you do? You
No,
gotta
I know
drive
that.
30
I'm just saying
minutes
like
out?
the people that like live off the farm and shit like that, like they just keep it in the family.
I mean, there's some
But then
of
the
them,
kids
but
leave.
I'm saying the majority of people are like us. They don't
Oh, yeah,
fucking
yeah.
farm.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
They just want to go to the grocery store and get their fucking food.
You gotta
Exactly.
be a special type of person that want to farm, to
They're
want to
insane.
grow all your food.
But I respect that.
I do respect
I
think
want
it's
to
a
live off
value-
the
I
grid.
think it's a valuable skill to have.
I don't want to live off the grid. I'll grow my own shit, but I want to have my phone and my Wi-Fi for sure.
That is
I think you
insane.
can live off the grid and still have both of those.
But yeah, you could. Yeah,
You can
Right?
somewhat, yeah.
dude, you ever
Right?
been to one of those butt fuck nowhere cities? I mean, we got a ton of them in Texas. They suck.
It's terrible.
They fucking
It's scary.
suck. I could not imagine living in one of those places. That's awful.
I would love to live on like a ranch though, not like in like a desert, but like a ranch like in like a nice green pasture type shit.
I don't know, bro.
But I would still like to be near like like at least 20, 30 minutes away from the city.
I don't want to deal with
but
the
20,
bugs,
30
bro.
minutes is a long time. When
Nah,
you
it's
got-
not that. It's not that.
Yeah, I'm
long.
not tripping. I don't like living in the city. It's too loud, too much fucking crime.
There's a lot of.
Plus,
I like it though. I
I
like
don't
the
know.
thrill.
What I hate, the only thing I really hate about the city is traffic. That's kind of it.
Yeah.
I don't mind being around, and the fact that there's no like no nature anywhere. Like there's no hiking. there's no
Humans
nothing.
are not meant to be
I don't
locked
care
up
about that.
in these fucking metal death boxes that we fucking drive around in.
Oh,
okay?
yeah, for sure.
We're meant to be fucking walking around in nature, enjoying the smells, enjoying the animals, fucking, like living life.
That's that New York style. You ready for that?
Wait, what are you
I
talking
want to.
about?
I
New York
want.
style?
I want to move
Like
to New York.
walking everywhere. Like there's hardly any cars. You're mostly walking. It's
I would
mostly,
love
That's
to
more
go
like
to
everything's
that's like
compact.
city. That's like city. What I'm talking about is like country.
Oh, but it'd take you forever to walk somewhere in the country.
You don't have to walk in. We have ATVs fucking drive you around.
Man, New
Oh,
York-
that's badass. Drive,
New York is the
take my
country.
dirt bike to Walmart.
New York is the country. I can go down any street and find me a rat. That's the country.
That's food.
That's food.
That's
That's wildlife.
I'm open range hunting.
New York seems horrible, man.
I would love to move there.
I would fucking hate it.
If I had
bro.
money, I would love to move there.
I could not, in my good conscience, spend that much on rent.
Yeah, that's why I said if I
It's
had money.
impossible to own in New York. I think it's legitimately almost
You
impossible.
can't. Yeah, you can't own. Everything
it's
is
so
bought.
expensive.
Everything's already owned.
Yeah,
that'll
by
make
super
you,
rich people.
that'll make you really hate capitalism. I feel that place.
If you go now, it's
Depending
okay.
if it,
'Cause,
work,
yeah, like
depending
you
if it
said,
works
you're-
out for you. Too.
You're never owning a property. You're always just bouncing around.
Yep.
You always know
You're
that you're
someone's
giving
bitch.
money. Yeah, you're someone's bitch. You're
Yeah.
someone's bitch. You never ever have your own place unless you want to move to the outskirts. And then,
Either the person you're renting to, or the fucking subway system, or the city, or the taxi driver.
Yeah.
You owe money from everybody.
yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'm New York built. I'll go visit.
I don't think I'm-
but
yeah, I
can't
would visit.
fucking- dude,
I would love
you gotta
that
walk
shit.
everywhere. Oh, could
I
you,
would love that shit.
Could you imagine you got to walk down the stairs every time you want to leave your apartment?
That's fine.
There's no way that the elevators aren't like taken up. There's no way that every
Some
time
of them
they
don't
wanna
even
leave
have
the place,
elevators.
That's fucking terrible.
Some of them don't have elevators. There'd be
And-
like 20 floors and no elevator.
Fuck that.
Yeah, it's walk ups. Imagine.
Oh my God, that's
I think about it all the
terrible.
time. Imagine because New York gets hot in the summer. Like it
Yeah.
gets hot, like fucking like
And
100
then it's
degrees.
dry.
freezing during the
Yeah.
winter. Ass in
Yeah.
both directions.
It gets fucking insanely hot. Imagine 100-degree day in New York, and you're trying to carry a sofa up your 5-floor walk up.
Oh, it's terrible.
And people are trying to walk down and they're getting pissed and like it's
Like,
a whole
come
thing.
on, I have to go to work.
Oh my god.
Hey.
It sounds like a fucking nightmare.
We're gonna-
It sounds like that'll ruin your day.
I work at an organic yoga shop or something. You know what I mean? Like, all the
I can't
fucking
be late.
bullshit
I
jobs.
can't be late. They're gonna freaking fire me. He's got his apron on.
I would love that shit. Oh my god.
You would?
I would die for it.
I'll tell you what. I would because I smoke a bit. I feel like that'd be a fun place to like to smoke.
And it's legal.
Oh, that'd be really
You know
cool.
what I mean? Like recreationally smoke. Like just hop on the subway.
It's probably
and
a
I don't
really
know.
cool place because like you can get around everywhere by the subway,
And everything
and
looks-
like you can take the ferry to places and shit like that.
Oh,
Like,
you're 2 feet.
There's a lot to
Yeah.
see. Like you walk
There's a
down on every block. There's got to be a ton of
I
shit.
feel like it's
going
hard
on.
to it's hard to be bored in New York. I'm
Yeah.
sure that's true, right?
Yeah.
There's I feel like there's so much to do. Like, there's so many bars and like there's a ton. The food is amazing. Like that's from what I've heard.
You can find shit on every street to do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I
just-
like about it.
I just couldn't live there. I couldn't.
And you just buy. This is weird about me. I like to be around like people. So like living like amongst people, that doesn't scare me off. Like that's fine with me.
You prefer that?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't mind it either. I just don't like the weight that it causes. You know what I mean? Like I don't like lines. I don't like lines of any sort.
That's true.
To be quite
Me neither.
honest, I'm not a big fan
I can't
of lines.
stand it.
That's a good
Standing
point.
in them in the car, I don't care much for lines.
I try to avoid lines as much as I can.
Yeah, and I feel like you hit lines everywhere in New York.
Yeah, it's lines and traffic in New York is probably the worst. traffic.
Yeah, I wouldn't even.
You're not going anywhere.
No one has a car.
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah, no one has. No people don't own cars over there. Legitimately, they don't
Yeah.
own cars. They
Yeah,
just
even
walk
like the
around
wealthy,
everywhere.
wealthy.
Yeah.
because you don't need them.
Imagine not having a car out here, bro.
What would-
Dead.
Just be stuck places. Like,
Dead.
You could only go within like your 2-3 blocks.
Yeah.
Unless you
Dead.
want to really walk somewhere, because it's
Right.
hot. So you can't wear real clothes and go walk like to the mall.
No.
And go have a nice day. You're gonna be. You're gonna hate it.
Bro,
once you
there's a
get there.
Taco Bell downstairs from my apartment, and I choose not to walk to it. I'm like, hell no. Why would I do that?
Well,
I just drive.
yeah. And in New York, that's like a normal day.
Yeah.
It's like every single day. I'm sure they're out and about all day long. Because you don't want to keep walking
Walking
back
everywhere.
and forth to your apartment to other places, you know? So you're
Oh,
probably
yeah.
just out all day long.
Fuck that.
Imagine you walk out to your apartment like, all right, and walk out and walk back and then walk out. Like,
Jesus.
You know how much time you'd waste in between?
But that must be trash having to carry your groceries everywhere.
Yeah, that is true.
The fuck?
How do you raise a family in New York? I
You
know they
don't.
You
but
don't,
like, but there's got to be
bro.
some there.
There
You
are,
don't.
or from what I've heard,
Like
from
it
my,
was
my
crammed
friend,
into an apartment.
my friend's aunt lived there, and like she was telling me about it, and she was saying that like it's hard because what we just said, it's hard to raise a family there, but the people who do have families there, like, and the kids like grow up there and shit, usually it's not out of choice. You know what I mean? Like usually it's because like they just grew up there and their family grew up there and their family and they're just poor and they can't really afford to move out.
Yeah.
So they just
Yeah,
stay
got a
there.
job, I'll
Or they
stick
own
around.
the brownstone or something like
Yeah,
that.
they're like very hardened people.
Mm.
From what she told me, they're like very hardened people,
Like just like
hardened by
grumpy.
the city.
Damn,
Ah,
they got them sharp edges.
I know some New York people. They cool, but I see what you're saying. I do see what you're
I'm
saying.
not gonna say like, they're not like assholes, but they're hardened.
They
Like,
gotta like
no, they're assholes. The ones I know are
no
are
Well, I'm sure-
assholes.
I'm sure those are assholes.
But they're very like go getter, like me first, like me, and then all right, maybe you.
yeah.
Like so, yeah. I see what you means. They're just weird.
Yeah, you gotta have a lot of energy. To
New
live
York
there,
people
I
are
guess.
just so weird to like talk to. Like I don't know, they have like a very weird energy.
I gotta go over there, man. I gotta see what's going on.
I'm just so curious as to what life is like everyday life is like.
I would, man.
like I really want to see like what a street looks like in New York.
Growing up,
You
you
never-
never concrete everywhere.
Never been. Don't know what the fuck it looks like over there.
It's cool. It's very cool. Is it exactly what you think it is?
Yeah,
Whatever you imagine it to be, or like whatever you saw on TV, is exactly what it is.
It's exactly what it is. Just hustle and bustle and like,
I would
The
hate
city
like-
never sleeps.
I feel like all right. I know they have good public transportation, but it sucks that you have to fucking walk everywhere.
yeah.
Yeah,
Also, the public transportation is like packed and like dirty,
as fuck.
and like
That's
even
true.
the rich people you run into like Christian Stewart on the train and shit like that. You run into like random Jonah
Yeah,
Hill.
there'll
See
be
Frank Ocean.
There'll be
Yeah.
millionaires next to fucking homeless guys.
You wouldn't even know.
Next to
barely wearing their
breakdancers.
clothes. Yep.
Hella shit.
Because everybody
Jesus.
takes the fucking the subway in.
That's fucking crazy, man.
I would love it though.
Yeah, I don't think I can handle
I
it.
need to go.
Speaking of being close to one another, to another human, I saw this story about these people. I believe they were from Russia. It was a couple, right?
Mhm.
So this Valentine's Day 2021, they handcuffed themselves to each other. Or matter of fact, not even handcuffed. They chained themselves to each other.
Oh god.
to fulfill like a world record, right? To beat a world record. So they were chained together for 123 days.
Oh shit.
I'm talking about
Whoa.
like chains, like something you would chain up like something you really care, like an expensive bike. You know what I mean? Like fucking.
So could they like move?
How far apart could they go from each other?
They were like at the wrist. They couldn't go anywhere.
Fuck
they
that.
they had no.
So
there
he-
must have been maybe like an inch between them.
So he took all his shits with her, and she took all
Yeah.
her shit.
They had to work. They had to
Jesus.
work together. Like she had like a nail business, like a eyelash business or something like that. And he I think worked at like a restaurant, like as a waiter. So she would go with him. She had to go with him to work. They had to go with each
I
other.
bet she probably had to help him and shit.
Yeah, they had to. I bet
pissing me
Bro,
off.
I'd just
this
be on my
sound-
fucking job.
I'd just be on my phone. I would just be like with my hands tied to her. I'd just be on my phone the entire time.
Got to drag her around. Y'all got to shit with each other. Everything.
This sounds like such an inconvenience.
I just have my AirPods on the entire time.
So they take the chains off. I hate this bitch. It's fucking to never speak to her. So after 123 days, they take off the chains, and guess what they do?
They divorced.
Immediately break up.
Thank God.
Of course.
And they had plans of marriage prior to this. they were engaged. I'm pretty sure.
What the fuck did they expect
And
to
they
happen?
immediately broke up.
It's just too much prolonged time together. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah. They
No
had,
one
like,
could.
chain
No one could
burns and
survive
shit.
that. No one could survive.
I
that.
don't. That was actually my question. I was gonna ask you guys. Like, is there? Do you think under any circumstances,
No.
with any like your most favorite person in the world, could you stick with them for 123
No.
days?
absolutely.
That's gotta
not.
ruin any relationship.
Bro,
I mean-
I'm barely with myself for 123
it's
days.
it's not.
I'd be so frustrated at the end of that.
It's not even just like I could see someone for 123 days straight, but seeing them versus being with them literally every second is
second.
different. Like,
Yeah.
literally every second for 123 days, that's too much.
Bro, I'm sitting here while you're pooping.
Yeah. Exactly. Plus,
Where
like,
is our our alone time?
it's not even that I got to be near you. It's that I got to be chained to you. So it's like that. That itself causes so many fights. I bet.
That is insane.
Like, what if you want to wake up early and go do, or like, what if you have to wake up early and go do something, and the other person does, and they get pissed, or like,
Yeah, what if you want to work out? What if you want to go for a run?
yeah,
I
or
would
what if
love
you got
to-
to shit like during a time where like this person's like, wait, I really have to stay here, and like, no, I have to shit
I have,
now.
I have a presentation at work. You're just like, I have to poop.
I have to poop now. Like, you got to tell them, hang on, they fire you. Like, you're gonna hate each other. Bro. You're gonna fucking. Apparently, she had a lash business and it failed. And she used to be very
No
successful.
shit.
Yeah, because no one wants their goddamn their lash lady's boyfriend sitting there. Dude, I one time went with a girl to get her lashes done. It takes forever.
Yeah, it takes a minute.
And they're lying on their back, and they have their eyes closed, so they almost always fall asleep. So you're just sitting there in someone's house while they're doing their lashes.
And you wake up and it's like a dude hanging over you, but he can't control his hands. So he's just chained.
Yeah,
Fuck that, dude.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. I don't think I could do that though.
I would love to see like a side by side of them, like from where they started to how it ended.
They look the same.
Oh, okay.
Because it was only. I mean, so if you think about it, it was only like fucking what, 4 months.
That's
Actually,
a long
that is-
fucking time.
That is kind of a long time. That is.
It'd be
kind of a
nice
long
to see
time.
an interview though.
It would.
They're,
Basically,
sitting,
though,
they're sitting way far apart from
I'd like
each
to
other.
see a before interview and after interview. Before, I bet you they're like, "This is gonna be so much fun. We're so optimistic." And then
That's so
after,
stupid.
there's gonna be like, "I fucking hated it. Like, I'm so done with this shit." You know what I mean?
they were not happy at the end of it.
That is so dumb.
Yeah, and I mean, all I could see from the befores and afters were like it was cold back then, and now it's not cold. They were wearing jackets and shit back then. And they don't look any different though.
That's wild.
But I don't know. Yeah,
That's the shit I think about a lot. Like every day I'm driving, and like you know how you're driving, and it's that one slow ass motherfucker in front of you that's just going like the speed limit or going below the speed limit.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, this guy really doesn't want to go home.
I want to ram this guy.
And then I realize they don't want to be with their family, and I'm like, damn. This time they have in their car right now is their only alone time for the whole
There's
day.
some people who are really that wrapped up in their work, man.
That shit is wild.
That's
or
crazy
just
to
has
me.
hella kids, and like they go home and they can't even have one thought to themselves.
Bro,
That's crazy.
That must be stressful.
I have 5 cats.
That's too many.
And 3 of them are pretty young and they're kind of needy. 2 of them especially. And I go home and like sometimes they annoy me when I'm not in the mood to deal with these fucking cats. I can only imagine children. You
5
go home
children?
and you have children. Immediately when you walk in the door, you got I got these fucking kids.
If you think about it, kids are more needy than cats.
Hell
way
yeah.
more needy.
Yeah.
And they can harass you more.
Yep.
And they can get into like
they
some
can speak
trouble.
your language. Yeah.
At least
They speak your language.
cats can do okay by themselves. A baby, like you got to watch that little motherfucker. He'll fall down the stairs and shit.
Exactly.
That's ass.
That's for real.
Yeah, that's true. Some of those guys are driving
And
slow. Like
you
I
get
don't
in
give a
trouble
fuck.
if you don't feed it.
Yeah,
You don't get in trouble for not feeding a cat.
I'll get taken to jail.
It's fucking crazy.
I saw a story of this fucking this lady who was going out with this guy, and their daughter went missing. Right, so it's the guy's daughter, and the guy was going out with this girl for a while, for a few months, and the daughter goes missing, and they eventually find out that the woman had killed her or something like that, and she took her to like a motel, and her and some other guy made off with the body, and a few days later they ended up catching her, and the guy did not see it coming.
Jesus
He
Christ.
did not know that it was his girlfriend. And he was like, he couldn't believe that she did it. And he was like, what the fuck? Like, that wasn't even her kid.
Why did she do it?
I think she had like mental problems or something.
It must have been
Or
some
maybe
kinda,
she
like,
was probably like a psychopath and like had just hid it from him.
It was probably also some like fucked up kind of jealousy aspect of it too. Like,
Probably
It
a bit of
better
that as
be.
well.
I'm sure it was.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, bro. But that's some scary shit,
And they
bro.
killed the kid. They killed it.
They killed the kid. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and this dude helped her, moved, and he was like, they moved the body, and then I think he eventually tipped the cops off to her, and he like gave her up and gave himself up basically. And he was like, listen, I don't know what she has in this bag, but it stinks. So like, I'm pretty sure it's a dead person.
That's crazy.
I always
they
wonder why
fucking-
people end up doing that, and it's probably just because he couldn't live with it.
Yeah.
How can you live with that on your conscience?
Also,
Yeah.
I feel like at a certain point, if you're helping someone do this shit, you're like, you can tell as you're like doing all the steps, you're like, oh, we're gonna get caught. Like,
we did not cover our tracks that well.
Yeah, we did not do a good job at
I'm
this.
telling
We're
you,
gonna get caught. I give it a few days.
99% of people who commit these crimes, they're gonna get caught.
They're gonna get
There's
caught.
only 1% who are really actually doing shit and not getting caught.
Those
Yeah.
are the legit psychopaths that are like having high IQ.
They're
and,
careful, like they're doing it smart.
Yeah.
which is scary.
Nothing makes me. That is so stupid when people just like commit like a dumb fucking criminal act, like kill someone, like and just make it so obvious. I mean,
Yeah.
you shouldn't kill anyone anyways. But how can you be
Yeah,
so
that's
dumb?
not the only issue that they
Yeah, that's
have.
not the only
like these
issue.
road rage incidents and shit. Like, how can you be so stupid?
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
To
What
make
they just
to
do it
make
and just
such
drive
a-
off.
Yeah, it's a huge mistake like that. Like you know you're gonna get caught, bro.
That is fucking wild.
Imagine like the time in between like them getting caught and when someone does something that they know for sure they will get caught with, like something like some blatant crime that they did that like it's only a matter of time.
Road
Probably
rage,
just freaking out.
road rage is a particularly stupid one because, like Gio said, you could just drive off.
Yeah, you
Just go home.
You
Bro,
blew
even-
up your whole life for this.
You know?
Bro, I just say like whatever. Like you cut me off. That's fine.
Yeah.
Like I didn't get hurt.
It's because of
Yeah.
our fucking egos. You know, we're all driving around. Everybody's egos is just colliding around in their car, and then when you're in your car with your ego, and there's another car with another ego, they're all just fucking hitting each other and clashing, and be like, "No, I need to get here first, and if you fuck me over, I'm gonna fuck you."
Yeah.
And this person gets angry, and they try and crash into you, and like, Some
I need
people
to get
pull
here
out
first.
guns.
Yeah, some people like I need to get here. Some people like I don't care how long it takes me to get there. Some people
Yeah.
just everyone's on their own time.
Exactly.
But you're like hindered by other people's time. So
Exactly.
it's just a recipe for people.
And
being
I think the
pissed at each
people
other.
on the wider ranges of like that scale, like the people that want to get there as fast as possible, and the people that want to get there as slow as possible are the worst.
Oh yeah.
Agreed.
They're the shitty people.
Because they're the ones that ruin everything. They're the ones that
Yes.
keep cutting off other cars, so then they have to hit their brakes, and it's like a snake effect, and everyone behind them hits their brakes, and it just
Yes.
it causes traffic everywhere.
That's my exact theory as to why traffic happens, which is why I think if we had the fucking automated driving for everything, there'd be no traffic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Every
Like at
car
all.
knows where the other one is going.
Exactly.
Dude, I used to drive into downtown, and so like for 9 to 5, 5 days a week. So I
Oh
was
my
there all
God.
the fucking. So I would try many different tactics to get through this traffic, right? Many tactics, and eventually I just found out if you just stay in your lane, you kind of get there in the same amount of time.
Yeah.
Like I would watch other cars near me,
much.
and I'd be like, like there would be days where I'm cutting everybody, and like I'm really weaving in there, and I'm doing an all right job, and I think like I'm really making some time here.
Nah.
But no, you're not.
No. You're just
But-
wasting a lot of energy.
Yeah, like 20 minutes later, you'll see a car that you had seen in the very beginning next to you, and you'll see him pass you up, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So and the whole time I know that person was driving normal, like they weren't driving fast at all. It's just
You just have to eat it.
yeah, everyone just sit in the same lane and just fucking go.
And then a lot of times
Just go
when like
no one stop. Everyone just go steady.
a lot of times when you get to like the front of like the traffic or like the jam up, it's really nothing. There's
It's-
nothing going on.
It's just like 3 out of 4 of the lanes are going slow.
Exactly.
That's all it is. And there's just a big gap in between them and the people in front of them.
The people are just vibing up there.
People
I'm
like
bro,
that, I wish bad things on them sometimes. I'm like, you are the worst type of people. Like, or someone where like there's cars behind me and cars and cars and cars all waiting, and then you get up to the front and it's just one person just driving.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? Did you not look in the mirror at all? Did you not see the line of like 7 people behind you?
It's some old little lady. She's just driving.
Sometimes it's a normal person and they're just cruising.
Oh, fuck.
They're just cruising like nonchalant. And I'm
A personal nightmare of mine is for like to get on the freeway and like be like right in like the middle lane and like during like rush hour and then have my car just turn off on me.
oh my
Oh
God.
my god.
Imagine the horror. I would just feel like an asshole. I'd be like, oh fuck, man.
Bro,
Like
the words, the names you'd get called when people drive by, you fucking asshole.
you fucking bitch.
I'm sorry.
right? People just shit talking you.
Fucking fairy.
My car stopped.
Fucking fairy.
Fuck you.
Your stopped car.
Oh,
Bro,
that
that would
sucks.
suck ass.
Yeah, that's
That would suck ass.
And in that situation, it's not even your fault, but like,
Yeah, it's
that would
just the
still
car
make you
just
mad.
fucking- That'd be horrible.
I've driven by people like that, and I'm like, man, that sucks, but like, fuck.
I know.
I just
man.
wasted like
But
fucking
I mean-
15 minutes because of you, man.
You just have to try your best not to panic and just keep cool and figure out how to fucking get this shit going again.
What a
That
oh
is
my gosh,
crazy.
yeah, what a night. That's got to be a fucking nightmare.
I can only imagine. I'm
Hell
sure it's
no.
happened to a lot of people too.
I don't want to
Hell yeah.
imagine that shit. That sounds terrible.
Fucking traffic, dude.
That shit's crazy. I just imagine like on the daily, every time I see like an older person driving, I'm like, how many middle fingers have they caught today from other cars?
Too many.
Because I want to do it. I
Yeah.
just want to be like, yeah.
And some of those old people just look like this is dangerous.
Yeah.
I'm scared for your life right now.
Every time they're driving, it's just like this, like 2 hands on the wheel, deer in headlights, eyes.
I
They're
fear
just
for you.
slow ass turns.
And they don't even look like they're moving. It's just is this person alive? in there?
Exactly. I
What's
think their
going
body
on?
just got stuck.
They didn't even have seatbelts in cars when they were growing up.
They barely had cars.
They barely had cars.
That's some
I saw
quays.
this car in 1935. I didn't think it was gonna make it out the wall.
Back in the day, cars used to have they used to have like glass, kind of like windows and like windshields.
Everything was glass.
Yeah, and so when you'd break through it, it would like cut the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Oh my
And,
god.
and that's why like now if you notice like glass when you break it, it kind of like it has like it kind of sticks together. It has
Kinda
like a
like film-
shattering
filmy.
effect. Yeah, like
Yeah.
a filmy sort of thing.
Yeah. Dude, cars used to be way more dangerous. Everything
Yeah.
was made out of fucking like steel or like some kind of metal.
Yeah, you run into another car, you both go flying. You're dead.
Yeah.
No seatbelt. Straight out of your seat. Dude, you're only going like 20 and 20, but you still like kill each other on accident.
There's a guy. I think he ran for like either president or governor of Florida or something like that. But I know he was from Florida. His name is Ralph Nader.
That's a
and
cool name.
He had to like legit go to Congress like 3 or 4 times and like protest his case to Congress to let them know like people are fucking dying in cars because we don't have seatbelts.
Yeah.
And he had to show
really?
them so many diagrams. He showed them statistics, like bar graphs, all this shit. It took him going there so many times to get get them to force car companies to put in seatbelts.
The government didn't want to believe it.
No,
Like nah.
well,
Come on.
because lobbying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if there's fucking
They don't want to pay for seatbelts.
Yeah, if there's
in
car
there.
companies that are just like, nah, don't listen to him. It's not gonna like.
Yeah. Plus, making us look bad.
Yeah,
and shit.
And there's a
yeah,
business
exactly.
in people buying new cars.
Exactly.
So if you get in a wreck, think of all the like industries that get fed.
That's true.
It's like people that repair the car, people that fucking tow the car off the damn shit.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people that get fed off of people getting in car wrecks.
Yeah, that's true. And then if they got to put the seatbelts in, now it makes them look bad. Now they got to pay
Yeah,
for the seatbelt.
exactly.
Now they got to
Exactly.
explain why they're even putting the seatbelts in. And some people are going to be like, well, that makes me not want to drive at all then.
It makes me think, man, like if people like him didn't exist, will we even have anybody who would have spoken up for this shit? You know what I mean? Like, and it makes
Eventually
me
down the line, yeah, but it wouldn't have been at that time.
Yeah, it's the problem with humans,
think
man.
about all the other stuff we have that's fucked up that no one just speaks up about.
So many
That
things.
no one really does shit about. You know what I mean? Like that guy did some
Yeah.
shit about it. Like, he got some shit together. He got people behind him, and like he went to Congress and he fucking like legit like presented to them and like
Thank God.
he like legit he made it like a big thing. Like that was like his life's mission is to make sure that people like are safe in their cars.
And then now people like look at the little light, the little seatbelt light, and be like, whatever.
Like, God damn, that thing's beeping.
Shut
at
up,
the,
man.
Shut the fuck up.
Like, bitch, this is here for your safety. You think the car companies give a fuck about you?
And Ralph is looking down from heaven like, God damn it. They never learned.
They never learned.
I did all
Yeah.
this for these ungrateful pieces of shit.
That shit's tough, bro.
That's crazy shit, man. It's a lot of things that won't get changed. And that's hard to do now. It's hard to do now because there's so many
yeah.
voices. So it's so
Yeah,
easy to
man.
silence all of them and not listen to any of them. You know what I mean?
Silence.
Silence. All of you. I don't care. I don't care, lefties.
Only the rich must speak.
Only the rich must speak.
That shit's crazy.
Hey, man, the rich should be the only ones who have a say in anything. No, I'm just kidding.
They should control us.
Votes should be skewed by wealth. Just kidding.
That'd be horrible.
That would be absolutely awful.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Man, I remember this is kind of random, but I remembered it the other day. I don't think I've said this on the podcast before. Maybe I have. Okay, so when I was little and I would go to like dressing rooms, my mom would take me to dressing rooms to try clothes on. Like she just let me go in there. Maybe like 4 or 5 years old. Like she'd let me
Like
she wouldn't-
solo?
Yeah. She wouldn't go in there with me. She'd let me go into the dressing room myself.
Yeah, that's
Awesome.
wild.
Yeah,
For
that's-
some reason,
funnest
I
time in your
don't
life,
know
I
why
bet.
I did this. I would pee in a dressing room.
No way. And
Yes.
that's why you need your mama in there.
That's true.
That's the exact reason why
Don't let
she
him go in there
there
by himself.
And she wouldn't know. I would just be like, she'd be like, how'd it fit? I'd be like, good. And then I'd fucking like, I'd come out and then fucking, we just leave. And I would pee in I did it a lot.
10
too.
minutes later, someone come. What the fuck? When did this happen?
Treating it like a bathroom.
Would it be like carpet dressing rooms? Or
Yeah,
like,
carpet.
or like non-carpet? Would it be like
Carpet.
tile?
Carpet.
Always carpet?
Carpet.
Okay, yeah. Because
Serious.
tile,
She's like specifically carpet.
towel, you'll get caught up too quick.
Yeah, particularly in Sears. Sears, which aren't around anymore.
Well, maybe that's why. There's a lot of pee in these dressing rooms. You know, the dressing rooms would smell like pee when you go to West Oaks.
It's probably because
like
of me.
Sears
Probably
and
because of
Dillard's.
AV.
I'd be peeing
Probably
in
like
them
you
bitches.
and like many other kids like you.
Treating it like a
No.
bathroom. My own personal bathroom.
Dressing rooms were a crazy time as kids.
Don't pee in them.
Don't pee in them though. Don't pee in
Don't
them,
send your
please.
your 5-year-old in there alone, because that's what they're gonna do.
That's exactly.
What?
He's right. That's why I didn't need my mom in there.
I wouldn't have the balls. I would be the noise. You know, like you'd have.
Yeah,
to
I'll
pi-
be scared.
You'd have to piss in only dry parts of the carpet, or else it'd like make that splattering noise.
Yeah.
I just piss in one particular part.
And
He'd
wouldn't,
be like, fuck
it wouldn't-
all that.
it
I would
wouldn't
make a
cool up.
puddle and pee in that bitch.
Yeah.
And this is my
This
territory.
is my dressing room.
And yeah, you could try to clean this, but you won't get it all out.
you gonna have to rip the carpet up.
I
You'll
like-
never get it all
Now
out.
that I like think about this, I imagine like the adult who had to deal with that. What must that have been like?
Oh my, it was probably.
No, you know what's crazy though, for real? I really bet you anything. A lot of times just went uncleaned.
I probably
Yeah.
did go unclean.
Like because
Honestly.
I would go into these dressing rooms at West Oaks and legit, it would smell like pee. And I'm telling you, I'm sure a lot of people pissed in there, a lot
Yeah.
of kids and shit.
They probably blocked it off for like a day and let it dry. And
Yeah.
then they was like, all right, they can go back in there.
Or they just never even noticed. And like, oh, it smells like pee, but it
That's-
always smells like pee. So it's like, what's
Sir,
the
you're in
difference?
Sears. What did you expect? It's pee everywhere.
There's pee
So
everywhere.
this whole foundation is built on.
You get to pee. You get to pee. Everybody gets to pee.
You can pee wherever you
You can
want.
pee wherever you want.
You just say, "Wow, I love this place."
Oh,
It's
man.
like a store's gimmick. That's its whole
Fucking,
thing.
the shit we did as kids, man. I mean, who fucking?
I didn't do that.
Hey, you judging me?
No, I ain't judging you. I'm trying to think of
5
some
years
wild
old,
shit
I
I
didn't know any
did.
better.
I don't think I ever did some shit like that. I used to like pee in my backyard. And that was it.
Apparently, one time when I was this is before I was like 5, I must have been like 2 or 3. My parents told me that, you guys ever seen those little black caterpillars that are like furry?
Mm-hmm.
My parents told me that, I guess maybe when I was a baby I thought it was like chocolate or something.
Oh no!
I took one of those and I put it in my mouth and I swallowed it.
Wow. And nothing happened?
No, something happened. I was in the car and like I guess I was in the back seat and apparently I was like freaking out and like crying and shit.
Because
I
it
was like-
hurt or you were like puking? Or?
I'm guessing it fucking hurt. And I was too young. I don't know. You know what I
That
mean?
boy was in there eating.
Oh
That
my.
caterpillar was in there
The
eating.
caterpillar was
what
in there
happened?
just roaming around.
Did you bite or you swallowed it straight?
I think I swallowed it, and then apparently like my mom had to like pull over and I like threw up in the fucking caterpillars in the throat.
Oh my
Jesus.
god!
Fucking kids.
Isn't that crazy? Your kid just picking up a fucking black caterpillar. Just,
Sometimes I wonder, like, if our parents like look at us and remember that moment, like they
You
remember
little
you
idiot.
like throwing up a caterpillar. It's
Right.
like, yo, that was my kid.
and the moment you're saying you're like, I'm an independent young man. I do whatever I want. They're like, yeah, that's why you were fucking eating caterpillars like a couple of days ago or some shit. You know what I mean?
you would have died if it wasn't for me.
Yeah, you'd be dead if it wasn't for me. It's your dumb ass.
Kids are something else, man. Kids are gross.
Fucking disgusting.
Kids always doing something nasty.
That's how they learn.
Dude, I went to Vegas one time with some cousins and my family like a long time ago. Maybe when I was like in 2011 or something like that. And so we went to a Chris Angel magic show, right? Because that's like it's like one of the only things you can do if you're not 18 in Vegas.
Yeah,
And Vegas is crazy, by the way. Even as a kid, like Vegas is a crazy time.
it's a lot of shit.
You could just tell, like, oh, if I was older, this place would be fucking nuts.
Bro, I
So-
was like 13 and like hookers were handing me pamphlets and shit. I was like, what is this?
yeah, with
crazy.
pictures of the chick on it and the
Yeah.
number and the price, the whole shebang, their name. It's crazy. They all got stripper names. It's nuts. And so I got like this like little souvenir cup, or my cousin actually got this little souvenir cup from the Chris Angel Magic Show. And that shit was actually pretty fucking crazy. That show, I was like, this guy's doing real magic up there. I don't know how to explain any of it. I'm right here in person watching him, and I don't know how to explain
Nah,
this.
man,
He's a wizard.
We fuck with David Blaine on this podcast and David Blaine only.
David Blaine,
He
is
on the
like,
street shit.
That guy's
He
on
on
some
the
wild.
street.
He goes to the hood and does magic.
yeah, no stage.
That's some
no
real ass
nothing.
shit.
He go to the hood. He went to LeBron James' house. He go to the famous people. He does all that shit. He was in the White House doing magic.
He's like an
I
adult
feel like that's
magician.
illegal. I feel
Right,
like that's
doing magic in the
illegal.
White House.
That's an adult magician. I hired him for my
Honestly.
hired
Yeah.
him for my birthday party, but he's doing crazy shit. But we do shots with him.
But like he does stuff I would also call beyond like what a magician would do. Like,
yeah, he'll like starve himself for like
yeah,
a week
he
and
does
shit.
like social like he does like experiments on himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fucking
He's a
nuts.
scientist.
Yeah,
He's barely a magician to me.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
my little sister ended up throwing up in this cup that we got in the car because she really had to throw up. Yeah, and it ruined the cup, and my cousin was furious.
Wait, how did it ruin the cup? Can't you just wash it?
Yeah, but you know, we just watched her throw up in the cup. You don't want to look at it again. You know what I mean?
True.
Like, and then we had to sit in the car with the throw up in the because we're
Oh.
like we were driving from California back to Texas.
Oh my! Oh,
like-
fuck that.
So in between,
bro.
you're not really seeing much. You're in the car for like hours and hours at a time.
Ugh.
you driving through the desert.
Yeah, very gross. Very
I
gross.
would just toss the throw up out the window, rinse the cup, and keep it, and then wash it deeply.
Wait, y'all brought the? Oh,
That's
she
what
threw
he
up
did.
in the car.
She threw up in the car, and there was nothing else in reach, in arm's reach. She grabbed
Yeah.
the cup, threw up in the cup.
That's okay. That's valid.
He kept the cup, but in the moment, he was
In the moment.
In the moment, it was gross.
Y'all
Oh,
still
yeah.
have that cup?
He still has that cup.
Oh.
Yeah, he still has that cup to this day, though.
That is disgusting.
Yeah, when I go to visit him, I still.
Does he drink out of it?
No, it's like in his room. He probably does. I'm
Oh,
sure he
okay.
did at some
You know,
point.
I saw a video online one time of this kid throwing up, and what he did was like he tucked his like nose and mouth into his shirt, and he just and just threw up all inside of his like shirt.
Did
That
you
is
see it? Did
stupid.
you ever see
You
any
could
of it?
still see it.
It's
not
fucking
just
splattering
bunched
off his
up.
thighs.
Of course, yeah.
He thought it would go away.
Throwing up is so gross.
Just fucking.
That's some little kid shit. They think that would just like get rid of the throw up forever.
You just do it inside the
If I
shirt.
throw up inside my shirt, it'll go away.
It'll go away, right?
Oh god.
What were you just saying though before I said the throw up thing?
I don't know.
I forgot, but that was hilarious. That
I
you
wanted
just
to
brought it
quickly
right
say the
back.
throw up thing so we could come back to
I was
it.
talking about
fucking
eating the
forgot.
caterpillar.
I don't know. That's how I got to the throw up thing. That kids do stupid, dumb, gross shit. Dumb, stupid little idiot, gross, dumbass, little dork. Did y'all ever go to like daycare?
I did
Oh,
go
yeah.
to daycare.
How was that?
I didn't go long.
I was cool.
I don't
That's
think
cool.
I don't think I ever went to day. I went to like pre-K, but it was kind of like a daycare, but not really.
I didn't go to pre-K.
Nah, I didn't go to pre-K either.
My mom.
That shit was for babies.
That shit. Yeah, you
Little
so
baby.
dumb. You got to go to school before school.
Yeah, little baby.
You little idiot, baby.
Nah, daycare was lit. We had a little. We had a graduation and everything.
Damn.
Yeah, it was lit.
Y'all gonna
I didn't go
respect your
that
little
long.
pre-K kid when he's at graduation?
You said what?
I said y'all gonna respect your little. Are y'all gonna respect that little trophy or diploma he gets?
I'm slapping that shit out of his hand.
I think my shit is in the trash. from like the 2000s, it's in the trash.
I want to raise my kids tough,
What's
That's a dog.
like a Russian kid or some shit. You know what I mean?
make
I want him to know struggle, even though I want to be rich.
Make them
Yeah.
fight
I want him to
trees.
think we're really poor, and then when he turns 18, I'm gonna tell him, son,
I
honestly,
lied.
we didn't have to struggle this much. I'm very rich. I'm very wealthy.
Bro, that would be that's a crazy premise for a movie.
I don't even live in this house.
Imagine how mind blowing. Like, just raise him like real tough and real like we're struggling. Like we can't afford this. Like you got to dress like shit and like we got to fucking hustle and we got to exercise and like.
All right, joke's over. I'm
He
a
turns
millionaire.
18. Turns 18. Get him a hooker. I'm just kidding.
Just be like, you know this company? I actually own this company.
I
Our
own
family
all
owns this company.
We're super fucking rich, son.
That would be wild.
Holy shit.
That's so much work.
I'd be furious.
It's I feel like it'd be too much
That's so
work.
much
How do you
work.
hide it? You know what I mean?
No, that'd be easy if anything, because you're rich. You know, how easy it'd be to go to the means of like not.
But then
all you have to do,
then I'd have to live poor too.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
as long as people don't know what you look like, you can
You know?
finesse.
Once I've tasted rich, you think I want to go back?
I don't want to look poor.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to live.
Come
poor.
on.
That's
No.
my kid. He's poor. I'm rich.
I wonder what it's like to be a rich person. Like, you ever see rich people's houses and you're like, that doesn't even look fun. Like, that looks like too much space.
Yeah.
Like,
I
how do you
think
get
that I
around?
say that exact
You
thing
know,
all the
they-
time.
But you probably can never go back.
You know how sometimes we talk shit about some of the people who come into your store and they're just like bitching about the most stupid things?
Yeah.
It's because they're rich that they can do that.
Yeah,
Because
they have no other problem.
They don't have to worry. Like
they
they've already-
expect everything to come right to them.
Exactly.
This is my first problem I've experienced during the day.
Exactly. They've satisfied many of their other needs, like the basic shit, like food, shelter, security. For most of them, sex. Like all that's already taken care of.
Yeah.
At this point, they're working on like the last two things, which is like self-actualization, like something else I forgot.
And their family.
Yeah, and their family, and that's pretty much it. Sometimes they don't even give a shit about their families.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like
Shit, they barely give a shit about themselves.
True.
Exactly. That's why they're like bitching about like stupid shit, like small things. You know.
Yeah.
That's at least what I think about it.
Yeah.
Especially if they're like a stay-at-home parent. Oh, hell no.
Oh, dude, the place that I work at, it's like healthy, ready-made meals, and the people that go in there, especially during the weekdays, especially before the pandemic, when you know, if it was during the week and you're an adult, you're probably at work, and if you're
Yeah.
not at work, then either you're rich or you're poor, one of the two. And they'd be coming from like cycling or like hot yoga or some shit like that,
Must be nice.
and they look like incredibly relaxed at like 2 p.m. on a Wednesday.
they look
crazy.
super relaxed.
Yeah, like they have nothing to do. They'll be like reading the magazines that we have in the store. Like they're just like I got fucking 4 hours to kill. I don't know.
That being said,
I got 6 figures in my bank account.
kids aren't
and
here
a few
yet.
hours to kill.
95% of the ones I interacted with were cool as fuck.
Yeah.
Like most of the people that when I used to work there that I would talk to who would come in like in the middle like on a Wednesday, cool as fuck. Like we used to have this one guy, his name was literally Aladdin. All right,
Fucking
He was
wild.
right. He was an
That's
Arab
awesome.
guy, like skinny but like ripped as fuck, and like he was like tatted up all the way to like his neck and shit. And he was telling me his life story one day. He'd always pull up with a new car, and he pulled up with like a badass fucking like the Mercedes Jeep. It was like all blacked out.
He might really be Aladdin.
Exactly.
This might really be the real.
This might
Aladdin.
really be
This is
the
a real
Aladdin.
fucking guy. And I was like, "What do you do? Like, how the fuck can you afford this?" He was telling me he owns like a limousine company. He owns like a valet company. He like owns a gym. Like he was telling me all this shit that he fucking like made.
Man.
And he was telling me like that it's still surreal to him because he was telling me at one point that he used to be homeless when he was here in the U.S. I guess when he first got here. And I'm like, dude, imagine like the shock to him from going to being homeless to being like rich enough to, like on a Tuesday you can just go anywhere in the middle of the day and do whatever you want,
That's crazy.
and your businesses just work for you.
Dude, talk about grateful. Like those are probably the best type of rich people.
Yeah.
because they know what they want with.
He
Like
was
they're not
always
just blowing it because they
super
haven't always
nice.
had it.
He was always super fucking nice, like super like friendly, and like he would like if he would apologize if like
Wow.
you know what I mean, like
That's a big
it's
deal.
Super
Yeah.
nice guy.
Because
Super nice.
if
guy.
you ever meet like real rich people, like as a stranger, they're not always nice people.
Yeah, some of them aren't. Some of them come in with like an uppity attitude.
And they're
Yeah.
strange.
Or some of them are just like robots.
Yeah.
Where they're just like
they don't know what to talk about.
they want like no human interaction. Like I want this quick, like given to me, I'm gonna go.
Why
Like
can't I have
immediately
it?
I'm out of here.
Can I have it now?
Like no emotions. No thank you, but also no like sorry, no nothing.
They just walk away.
Yeah, it's all just like straight to the point and like I'm gonna get out of here. Yeah,
I
man.
feel that, man.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Rich people, that's got to be a trip, dude. And I bet it's even crazier with like the mega elites.
Like people who grew up as like billionaires and
Yeah,
shit.
like billionaires,
have
like
billionaire
the Kardashians,
parents,
crazy shit
I'll
like
be
that.
a dick. I'll be the meanest fucking person in the world. I'll be so
Just
mean.
treating everybody like shit.
Oh my god, what y'all gonna do? Who gonna tell me something?
Nobody.
Nobody.
My parents are billionaires.
You can get away with so much.
If my parents owned Walmart, it would be over.
You'd be a dick.
I'd be the meanest person in the fucking world, bro. I would be an asshole.
Punching kids, like I don't give a fuck. Throw like a 10K stack at their
Fucking
mom.
playing
You want a Band-Aid? Go
Yeah.
buy it at Walmart.
playing
ho.
25 grand hands of fucking blackjack.
Oh
Fam.
my god,
Just
wiping
fucking
your ass with
one
money.
hand, 25 grand. Boom.
I would be an ass. I would be so mean.
That's got to be a crazy. If y'all won the lottery, what's the first day of winning the lottery consist of for you guys? Let's say you just hit it 10 mil after taxes. You got
all right. So
Elation.
let me ask
Elation.
a question.
Excitement.
Do people know I've won it? Does anybody know? Is it out in the public?
You
Or
could pay
no
money
one
for that
knows?
for them to not know. I heard that.
I think
Really?
Yeah.
I think you just have to show up like with a mask on. No.
No, you have to. You can pay them money to not release who won because they.
Also, if
release
not,
it
if you don't
regardless.
pay them, they'll tell.
Yeah,
Fucking
I'm
assholes.
sure it's not that much.
Who?
it's not that much.
Yeah, but still, what if like this
They
is
do it, bro. I swear to God, they do it, and they will like release the exact gas station and everything.
You better pay up, bro.
I'm
It
a
was
snitch
me. It was this guy. He lives in this neighborhood.
I'd pay it. I
I'll
wouldn't want.
pay.
I wouldn't
Fuck
want.
yeah,
I
no
wouldn't want
questions.
anybody to know.
I'm
First
paying
off.
off top just to get it out the way. I'm like, fuck it.
Yeah, no, but let's say no one knows. How about that? Let's say no one.
Okay.
No one knows.
Yeah, I guess if you want people to
do all
know,
the
they know.
usual shit, pay off parents' houses, pay off.
Okay, how about this? Everyone
Family
does know
debt.
because then yeah, because if no one knows, then you're gonna you're gonna keep it a secret.
Everybody knows.
Yeah,
Our
let's
first
just
thing I'm
pretend
doing is
everybody
I'm
knows.
hiring security. That's the very first thing I'm doing.
Yeah.
That's
No,
true.
legitimately, because if you don't, like, people can come for you. Even people like, say people from high school or some shit or something. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, your neighbors and shit.
yeah, you're gonna have people reaching out on Instagram too, be like, "Hey, what's up, bro? Like, I got this business idea.
You
Like,
think I still have Instagram after I win the lottery?
I'm
Yeah.
canceling that.
I'm
shit.
deleting everything.
I've seen lottery ticket. I know what happens.
I'm getting off of everything.
Honestly,
bro.
a lot of them end up like they lose the money.
No one will ever see
Oh
me
yeah,
again.
dude. A lot of those people go fucking poor.
Yeah.
Go
So,
broke. It's ridiculous.
First of all, I put half of it in safe shit. I'd invest like either in the S&P 500 index or I'd do it in like treasury bonds or something like that or like CDs. I'd do it in any of those. Just something safe that I don't have to really worry about my money.
Yeah.
So or just bonds in general. I just leave it there. At least half of it. Other half I would use to pay off some of my parents' stuff, and then I would just travel the entire world. I don't think I'd really buy anything. Well, I'd buy a Tesla. That's like because I'm not really into material shit so much. But like the one material thing that I really really want is a Tesla.
Is this money that like I can survive for the rest of my life off of?
oh yeah, 10 mil.
Oh,
10 mil.
Like
You
10
just got
mil.
hit with 10 mil.
Burn through that tomorrow.
I'm about to say 10 mil.
Hey, take it easy. $10 million.
I don't know if you can live the rest of
if
your
I
life
had,
off 10
I mean, I could make it
You
last
could
a
live the
little
rest
bit.
of your life. Oh, you'd have to budget a little bit. You couldn't live like a super duper carefree life.
Yeah.
But 10 mil.
150. Let's say 150. 150 mil.
150 is better.
That's a lottery win.
I mean, 150.
10
that's-
ain't shit,
100
man. I'll
150
burn
is
through
Drake
that.
money. Now you really can do whatever the fuck you kind of want.
That's what I
I'm
want.
doing some wild shit with that.
Because
Oh,
let's
I'm
say
going
you,
crazy.
all right. I mean, hey, I don't care. It's all. It's
I'm buying.
I ain't giving you this money.
I'm buying all kinds of wild shit, like exotic animals and stuff like
Oh,
that.
I ain't gonna do that.
150 mil. I'm buying like a plane and an island, and I'm taking off there, and I'll figure it out when I get over there.
Yeah.
I'll buy just everything off Amazon. just drop like $1 million on Amazon.
Just buy a whole island.
It's just Omar standing around with his hands on the shoulders, like damn. I mean, on his hips, like damn. What I'm gonna do here?
What to do? It's just a straight up like
I think I should cut that tree down first.
regular ass. Bro, imagine owning an island and a boat.
Insane.
That's crazy.
That
That is
must be
crazy
the life.
shit.
Like, oh, you guys want to come out to my island? We can hang out. You know what I mean? Like, what a cool thing to say.
Would you guys want? Oh man, how crazy would it be to live on like on a yacht? You ever heard of those? Like those crazy
live-
crazy
I don't think
multi-million
you could
dollar
live
yachts.
there. Like, it'd have to dock at some point and get shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you have to dock.
But like
you're
you're saying like live your life primarily out of the yacht.
Yeah, pretty much like you live off of the yacht and you just dock in
That'd be
different
cool
states
as
and like
fuck.
countries and shit.
That'd be cool as fuck.
Bro, you just travel to different countries.
I'd be with it.
I'd be
I'd
so
do
scared of like
it.
a Wolf of Wall Street sort of thing to happen. But they know, right? I
But
mean,
that was his
they
fault.
can monitor. Yeah, they warned him. So like,
That was his fault.
you would never be out in the middle of the ocean like, oh shit, surprise tsunami or something
Yeah.
like that. That doesn't happen, right?
Well, no, it can happen, but it's
That's
very,
ass.
it's very, very like it's unlikely. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
generally, they know when there's gonna be like, I don't know if you wouldn't call it turbulence. I don't know what you call it on the sea, like rough waters. I
Yeah.
guess.
choppy.
Yeah, choppy.
choppy.
The waters is choppy.
The waters are choppy.
This is just pirate speak. I don't think this is the technical term.
Everyone get on the starboard. I don't know.
The waters is choppy, mates.
That's scary shit, bro.
That's a good note to end on.
On the choppy waters.
On the
these
choppy.
These choppy waters. All right. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye, guys.